like a lovesick kid. Child, it was my paranoia, and you laughed, but instead you heard these words coming out of my head, and it's you, darling. It's been you all the time. Yes, honey, you got to be real old school Potomac fish, honey, to know about that Nita Baker right there. You stand in my own peace of mind. Took me a minute and now I see it's you, darling. It's been you all the time. That's one of them album cuts, honey. She ain't had no video for that one. Yes, girl, I went down to the salon. I told her, give me an old nasty piece of... I went to high school with Karen Huger piece of hair, honey. And when she turned me around, I was like, ah! But girl, since I had them paid $260 for this sew-in, I guess I'm going to just have to work it on out when I go down to the bar with the Rich Cosby and see if I can find me a black Mr. Bill Gates. Anyway, y'all, did y'all get into this latest episode of these damn Housewives of Potomac? Let me tell you something. They need to rename this show from the Real Housewives of Potomac and call it Welcome Monique, okay? Because as it stands right now, if it was for Monique Samuels, if it was not for Monique Samuels, this show would be boring as fuck, okay? None of y'all have any organic storylines that anybody gives two fucks about, with the exception of Charrisse. And unfortunately, Charrisse has had to leverage a very vulnerable side of her life to be current. Because Charrisse is going through a divorce and she's doing it on TV, it makes her story interesting because there's some real life stuff she's going through. The rest of this other shit, y'all hoes are embellishing and over-exaggerating small occurrences in your life to make a storyline. And we're going to start with Karen Crip Keeper Huger. Okay? You being an empty nester and your child going off to college and y'all having to sell off that goddamn house is really not that goddamn interesting. Okay? And you are blowing this whole my children gone thing out of proportion. Come from the looks of your overgrown ass son. Bitch, he been gone. Okay, so bitch, you done went through this process before, and quiet as it's kept on that old aggravating ass, whitewashed ass daughter of yours, you probably glad to have her damn ass out the house. It ain't that real, Karen. You ain't going through no emotional stress. You ain't going through post-traumatic stress syndrome. You know, the real gag is, bitch, you got to sit up in there and look at Uncle Ben's face every day and you realize, Lord, it's got to be more out here in this life for me. That's the real tea, bitch. Now, if you tell that shit right now, honey, we'll be glued to the TV like this. Not like this, but like this. Okay, honey? Tell them teas. Gizelle, you're a lying, cheating son of a gun. Shout out to Dineva. Gizelle, you such a fucking hater. And it's funny. Like, y'all know me, I hate the word hater. But Gizelle, I'm going to tell you what your problem is in 2 sentences. All your life, maybe not all, maybe not when you were younger, from your 20s until present, you have been used to being the it girl. You have been used to being in charge of the girls. Is Gizelle in charge of the girls? She is. Is Gizelle in charge of the girls? She is in charge of the girls. You used to being in charge of the girls. And what it is somebody has come in who's more intriguing, has a little bit of mystique, has more financial affluence, and is younger, and it's taking you off your rocker. Your issue at the very end of the day is not with Monique. Your real issue is the fact that you are so uncomfortable about Monique's profile, you don't know what to do. And it's manifesting itself in you taking jabs and stuff at Monique. That's really what it is. You have not given that girl a square chance from the moment she walked on the scene. And you got a group of women, y'all 5, 6, 7 women deep, and you the only one with an issue. Bitch, it's you. Bitch, it's you. And it's sad to say that your friends are sitting around rooting for the fact that a new bitch is coming in and getting your ass together. Honestly, truthfully, because I guess they must have been scared to you. But Monique saying all the shit to you that them bitches wish they could have over the years. Take a look back at what's going on TV, Gizelle. You do not look very flattering right now. And like I said, all your homegirls are rooting for the fact. And I love the way Monique dismantled the dog fuck out of your argument. First, she got your ass together. Then she was humble enough and less concerned with being right and more concerned with keeping the peace that she said, you know what? After I got your ass together, but you know what? If I am bragging, I have no problem checking myself and making the necessary correction. Bitch, you couldn't say shit. Gizelle was sitting there with her head twisted, just, you couldn't say nothing. Because Monique had a damn answer for everything. She closed your ass each and every turn, and I loved it. And what did I tell y'all last week about the kind of shit that women like Gizelle do? They say just enough for it to be shady, but when a bitch catch it, then they want to dip back in their bag of tricks and play, that's not what I said. That's not what I did. Monique called your ass out on it. Now, Monique, I will say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this used to be a $250 bottle of wine, $9.70. You know, it lends itself to Gizelle's narrative that you lead with money. But I know editing and production enough to know that that statement was part of a larger conversation, and that's the way it was cut to make it seem like there was some validity to what Gizelle said. Don't worry, Monique, I got you. I know how these hoes do in that editing room. Beyond that, y'all, Housewives of Potomac really was dry. The scene with Robin and her parents, you know, Robin daddy ain't no fool. He see what the hell going on, but he just gonna support his daughter as best he can. I mean, Juan is making a fool out of you all up and down Potomac, and it looked like next episode, Katie is going to let it be known that he is dating somebody while you sitting around here looking like a dumbass talking about, if I wanted to marry him, he'd be ready. Girl, you really think you in control, Miss Robin? If you do, you really is a dumbass white woman. No, you're not in control of this, Miss Robin. Juan been running the show, and the fact that you sat your ass up here on this TV and said, you know, Juan's just not used to making me a priority. He's never made me a priority since we first got married. Why the fuck would you say that? Like, yeah, girl, something, you ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. You just, I mean, you got that Countess Vaughn thing coming on that you just coming on here reading your own self before other people can to keep from feeling hurt. I'm trying to think what else went on. Here's the sad part about it. As much as I'm not featuring Miss Gizelle this season thus far, I am featuring her relationship with that man, Kevin. I think Kevin is a really nice dude. I question if Kevin has enough financial resources for someone like Gizelle, because she looked like she looking for a check and the check cash in store. She want the check. She want to be the bitch putting the check in the counter and the bitch on the other side of the window taking the check and cashing it. You know, I don't know what his financial background is. I haven't looked it up or don't care enough to. I know he's doing all right for him and his son, and I definitely get good vibes from Kevin. I think he's a solid dude. I really do. I think Gizelle needs to go down that lane a little more and less of this mean girl stuff, because for one, you too old for it. I will say this. I love how this season Ashley is just not going around begging these hoes to be their friends. And she like, bitch, I'm just finna be me this season. She being a little shit stirrer, a little bone collector. She's stirring up the pot. And it's making things somewhat interesting. But y'all, Potomac, y'all are grasping at straws at this point. Like, it needs to pick up. It needs to pick up. I don't know how much longer you can rest, you know, the meats and potatoes of the show on Monique's shoulder. Monique, the new girl. Let's integrate Monique. Let's give Monique and Gizelle a new chance. Let's, you know, bring Monique to this party. I don't know how much more of that we can do. Karen, Monique, Robin, the kids, Juan. Y'all, that's really all I got for Potomac. I mean, yeah, that's all I get. I'm gonna get in and take this old Karen Huger Crypt Keeper ass hair off, honey, before I fall dead to this house. And I'll call you later, girl. Bye.